Television was in its infancy. Well, I thought it was just another job, so I took it. Never in my wildest dreams.
Television in the early 1950s was a fledgling medium. Most people considered it a passing novelty. For Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, it started as just another job. But neither of them could have predicted the seismic impact their work would have on entertainment and culture. During one filming of I Love Lucy, a scene spiraled into chaos. Lucy and Ethel, caught in a moment of pure hilarity, couldn't contain their laughter. Cameras rolled on, capturing something genuine. The producers were faced with a choice: redo the scene or preserve this spontaneous moment. They chose to keep it. That unrehearsed laughter would become a defining hallmark of the show, a testament to the authenticity Lucy and her co-stars brought to television. Before production even began, Lucy and Desi were already earning a substantial salary of $5,000 a week. But they wanted to film the show on 35mm, a far more expensive format than CBS anticipated. In a bold move, they agreed to a reduced salary in exchange for full ownership of the filmed episodes. At the time, CBS dismissed the idea of reruns as worthless. The prevailing belief was that shows couldn't be aired more than once. Little did they know, those 179 episodes would eventually be syndicated repeatedly, transforming their pay cut into a fortune of over $4 million and forever changing the economics of television. Lucy's first instincts were to bring familiar faces to the new show. She wanted Bernadette and Gail Gordon, who had proven chemistry from My Favorite Husband. Contracts and prior commitments, however, forced them to decline. Despite this setback, Lucy found Vivian Vance and William Frawley, whose chemistry with the Ricardos became iconic. Even with these initial disappointments, the careers of Bernadette and Gordon flourished in other projects, proving that opportunities lost in one area could flourish elsewhere. Many credit Desi Arnaz with inventing the three-camera system, but the real architects were Carl Freund and Al Simon. Their experience allowed them to arrange three 35mm cameras for simultaneous shooting, one wide, one medium, and one close-up. This technique captured performances without interruption, creating seamless, dynamic scenes. Using the old General Service studios, they rebuilt soundstages and seating for a live audience while adhering to fire codes. This setup stunned the industry in 1952, enabling efficient production that preserved the actors' timing and gave editors pristine material. When I Love Lucy premiered on October 15, 1951, it changed the Monday night television landscape. Within a single year, it reached more than half of all TV-owning households, scoring a 50.9 Nielsen rating. From 1951 to 1957, the show repeatedly topped ratings charts, finishing as the #1 program in the nation 4 times. Its dominance was unprecedented, cementing the Ricardos' influence and setting new benchmarks for future sitcoms. Lucy's real-life pregnancy posed a dilemma. CBS executives feared backlash, but Jess Oppenheimer championed the storyline. The result was the groundbreaking episode Lucy Goes to the Hospital, which aired January 19, 1953. Over 44 million viewers tuned in, eclipsing President Eisenhower's inauguration. The episode became a cultural touchstone, proving television could blend real-life events with fictional narratives, paving the way for future family-oriented storylines. Early television moved fast, and mistakes were inevitable. Microphones appeared in shots, walls were accidentally revealed, and camera angles occasionally drifted into frame. These imperfections, instead of detracting from the show, became charming hallmarks, showcasing the humanity behind the polished performances. Even the famous mustache episode was enhanced by a real, unscripted moment when Lucy's disguise failed, prompting authentic laughter from both her and Vivian Vance. In September 1953, gossip columnist Walter Winchell accused Lucy of being a communist, sparking panic during the Red Scare. Investigations revealed her limited affiliation, done to please her grandfather, but the press frenzy was unavoidable. Desi Arnaz defended Lucy publicly, confirming her innocence and calming both the network and sponsors. This crisis underscored the precarious position entertainers held in mid-century America, yet Lucy's career endured, thanks to Desi's unwavering support. Vivian Vance struggled with the age difference between herself and William Frawley. Their off-screen tensions became legendary, with constant verbal jabs exchanged privately while maintaining on-screen professionalism. Frawley's alcoholism added further strain, prompting Desi to include strict clauses in his contract. Despite personal conflicts, both actors delivered iconic performances, highlighting the resilience and commitment required to sustain a groundbreaking show. Desi Arnaz's personal life was complicated, with reports of extramarital affairs, which Lucy confronted publicly. The rumors, fueled by magazines like Confidential, impacted the couple but didn't derail their professional accomplishments. Their eventual divorce in 1960 ended years of personal tension but allowed Lucy to focus on her career. Both acknowledged the challenges of their private lives, giving audiences rare insight into the human stories behind a television phenomenon. Lucy and Desi's decision to retain ownership of their episodes revolutionized television. Their reduced salaries and ownership stake eventually made them pioneers in syndication. Desilu Productions expanded into a powerful studio, launching hits like The Untouchables, The Andy Griffith Show, Star Trek, and Mission Impossible. By purchasing Desi's shares in 1962, Lucy became the first woman to run a major TV studio, cementing her legacy as an industry innovator. Over 70 years after its debut, I Love Lucy continues to captivate audiences. Syndicated reruns reach millions annually, and the show has been translated into dozens of languages. Its groundbreaking filming techniques, unforgettable performances, and cultural impact make it a blueprint for modern television. Lucille Ball's vision, combined with Desi Arnaz's innovation, created more than a sitcom. They created a timeless institution in entertainment history. I Love Lucy was more than laughter, it was a revolution. From technical innovation to cultural milestones, it reshaped television from a fledgling medium into a global phenomenon. Behind every scene, every blooper, and every daring decision, Lucy and Desi redefined what it meant to create television. Their legacy endures, reminding us that brilliance often emerges from risk, chaos, and, sometimes, a little unscripted laughter. One of the show's defining elements was the live audience. Filming in front of hundreds of fans added energy and authenticity that no studio setup could replicate. Actors thrived on immediate feedback, often altering timing or delivery to match the laughter and applause. This dynamic created a contagious atmosphere, where the energy of the audience flowed directly into the performance. Lucy understood this better than anyone. She knew the laughter of real people could make scripted comedy transcend the page and leap into the hearts of millions. Costumes and sets were meticulously designed to support comedic timing. Every prop, piece of furniture, and outfit served a dual purpose: visual realism and physical comedy. Lucy's iconic red hair and vibrant wardrobe were not just trademarks, they were tools in a larger narrative. The apartment itself became a character, with hidden doorways, clever layouts, and props primed for gags. This attention to detail ensured every visual element enhanced the humor, making every scene a symphony of comedy, timing, and design. Jess Oppenheimer and the team of writers pushed the boundaries of sitcom storytelling. Their scripts balanced slapstick with subtlety, ensuring each episode resonated with viewers across age groups. They experimented with recurring gags, running jokes, and situational comedy that felt organic. Writing was an iterative process, often rewritten multiple times to tighten timing or elevate humor. The writers' understanding of character rhythms allowed actors to improvise within scenes, creating a natural, fluid performance that delighted audiences week after week. Beyond television, I Love Lucy influenced social norms and expectations. Lucy's assertiveness, creativity, and comedic intelligence challenged traditional portrayals of women on screen. The pregnancy episode set a precedent for representing real-life issues, showing audiences that television could mirror everyday experiences. Viewers across the country, regardless of gender or age, saw Lucy as relatable, aspirational, and groundbreaking. The show became a lens through which Americans explored family, marriage, and society in a rapidly changing world. Though deeply American, the appeal of Lucy and Desi transcended borders. The show was translated into dozens of languages and broadcast in over 100 countries. audiences from different cultures responded to the physical comedy, universal themes, and heartfelt performances. I Love Lucy demonstrated that humor was a global language, capable of bridging cultural divides. Its international success helped pave the way for American television to become a dominant force worldwide. Desi Arnaz's influence extended beyond performance. He was a strategic thinker, constantly improving technical setups, production efficiency, and audience engagement. Desi's approach combined artistry with business acumen, ensuring every episode was not just entertaining, but also financially sustainable. His leadership created an environment where innovation thrived. From camera angles to sound quality, Desi's fingerprints are visible in every aspect of the show, a testament to his dual role as actor and television pioneer. Desilu Productions became a powerhouse in Hollywood, producing iconic shows beyond Lucy's own. With series like Star Trek and Mission Impossible, Desilu expanded the boundaries of storytelling, technology, and production scale. Lucy's eventual takeover of Desilu made her the first woman to run a major studio, proving that creative talent and business savvy could coexist. The studio's success set new standards for television production, demonstrating that filmed content could generate long-term revenue through syndication, international sales, and merchandising. Comedy, especially physical comedy, relies on perfect timing. Lucy's genius was her ability to sync movement, expression, and dialogue with precision. From pratfalls to facial expressions, every action was measured for maximum impact. Vivian Vance's timing complemented Lucy's, creating a rhythm that became a blueprint for sitcom duos. Even minor gestures, pauses, and reactions were carefully choreographed to elicit laughter, creating a flow that feels natural yet impeccably controlled. Decades after the original airing, fans continue to discover, share, and celebrate I Love Lucy. Reruns attract millions of viewers annually, while social media platforms generate new conversations and appreciation. Cosplay, fan art, and tribute performances keep the legacy alive. The show's combination of humor, relatability, and innovation ensures that new generations can experience the magic of Lucy and Desi's performances, maintaining cultural relevance even 70 years after the premiere. The show received multiple Emmy Awards and industry accolades, recognizing both creative and technical achievements. More importantly, it changed industry perceptions of what television could achieve. Filming techniques, live audience interaction, and innovative storylines became benchmarks for future productions. Lucy's contributions extended beyond acting, influencing production practices, writing standards, and business models that are still in use today. The success of I Love Lucy offers timeless lessons: the value of creative risk, the importance of ownership, and the power of authenticity. Lucy and Desi's willingness to innovate, embrace challenges, and preserve control over their work ensured lasting impact. For modern creators, the show demonstrates that combining talent, vision, and business insight can yield both cultural and financial rewards. It remains a case study in blending artistry with strategy, comedy with insight, and personal authenticity with professional execution. I Love Lucy was one of the earliest shows to fully exploit merchandising opportunities. Lucy's likeness appeared on dolls, jewelry, clothing, and household items. Advertisers quickly recognized the potential, understanding that the show could influence consumer behavior. Each episode became a platform for cross-promotion, integrating humor and commercial interests seamlessly. This pioneering approach transformed how television shows generated revenue beyond advertising slots, laying the foundation for modern multimedia franchises. Ownership of filmed episodes gave Lucy and Desi unprecedented leverage. Once the show ended its original run, reruns became a lucrative opportunity. Syndication turned each 25-minute episode into a perpetual revenue source, demonstrating the value of filmed content. Their approach not only benefited their financial standing but also set an industry precedent, showing networks and creators that content could be repurposed, rebroadcast, and monetized for decades. The show often addressed taboo or unconventional topics, pushing boundaries subtly but effectively. Lucy's assertiveness, career ambitions, and unconventional behavior challenged mid-century gender norms. Episodes explored pregnancy, domestic conflict, and social expectations with humor and relatability. These narrative choices influenced future sitcoms, proving that audiences appreciated realistic and progressive portrayals alongside comedy. Physical comedy and visual gags were central to the show's identity. Lucille's timing, facial expressions, and improvisation set new standards for comedic performance. Writers and directors studied her work to understand how to integrate spontaneity with scripted structure. Today, these techniques are foundational in comedy, illustrating how I Love Lucy influenced both performance art and the technical craft of sitcom production. Certain episodes became cultural landmarks. The Chocolate Factory, grape stomping, and the candy conveyor belt scenes remain among the most referenced moments in television history. These episodes exemplified Lucy's genius in blending physical comedy with narrative logic. Beyond entertainment, they became shared cultural experiences, referenced in other media, and analyzed in film and television studies for their innovation and timing. Desilu Productions expanded the scope of television production. The studio developed advanced filming techniques, invested in high-quality sets, and nurtured talent. Their approach enabled high production values comparable to film, changing industry standards. Desilu became a model for studio-driven television production, proving that creative risk-taking could coexist with financial discipline, ultimately shaping Hollywood's modern television landscape. Beyond her performances, Lucy demonstrated extraordinary business acumen. She understood the value of intellectual property, ownership rights, and syndication potential. Her strategic decisions not only protected her interests but also empowered her to make groundbreaking moves in a male-dominated industry. Lucy's leadership at Desilu opened doors for women in entertainment business, illustrating the impact of visionary leadership in shaping industry norms. Lucy and Desi leveraged their fame for charitable efforts, influencing public perception beyond entertainment. Appearances at hospitals, fundraisers, and benefit performances showcased their commitment to social causes. These actions reinforced their public image, bridging the gap between celebrity and community responsibility, and highlighted how entertainment figures could wield cultural influence positively. The imprint of I Love Lucy is visible in nearly every modern sitcom. From multi-camera setups to laugh track pacing and character-driven storytelling, the show set templates still used today. Streaming platforms continue to distribute episodes worldwide, introducing Lucy to younger generations. The show's innovative techniques, character archetypes, and storytelling structures serve as instructional tools for both creators and scholars, maintaining relevance across eras. The story of Lucy and Desi is one of talent, innovation, and resilience. They faced personal challenges, industry skepticism, and cultural barriers, yet transformed television into a medium capable of laughter, reflection, and influence. Their choices, technical, creative, and business-oriented, shaped the landscape of entertainment forever. Decades later, I Love Lucy endures not merely as a show, but as a symbol of ingenuity, persistence, and the enduring power of authentic comedy. The three-camera setup pioneered on I Love Lucy became a blueprint for sitcoms for decades. By capturing multiple angles simultaneously, editors could select the most effective shots, saving time and preserving actor performances. This innovation reduced production costs while increasing quality, allowing complex physical comedy to be filmed with minimal disruption. The approach remains standard in multi-camera sitcoms today, illustrating Lucy and Desi's enduring technical legacy. Lucy and Desi mastered the art of audience engagement. Nielsen ratings consistently prove the show's popularity, often reaching over 70% of all television households during landmark episodes. The consistent engagement demonstrated that serialized television could create a shared national experience. Families would gather around their TVs each Monday, laughing and connecting over Lucy's antics, establishing television as a communal experience rather than solitary entertainment. Both Lucy and Desi became household names, shaping public expectations of celebrity. Lucy's red hair, expressive features, and comedic timing made her instantly recognizable. Desi's charisma and musicianship complemented her performance, creating an iconic pairing. Their off-screen lives, personal challenges, and public appearances enhanced the mystique, demonstrating how television stars could become influential cultural figures beyond their on-screen roles. Though plans for spin-offs occasionally faced obstacles, the influence of I Love Lucy extended through related series and projects. Even when certain proposed shows never materialized, the characters and concepts informed subsequent television storytelling. The Ricardos universe became a model for expanding a franchise while maintaining character integrity, influencing later television expansions and cinematic universes. Lucy and Desi's decision to retain ownership of their episodes was unprecedented. They transformed their salary cut into a financial empire through syndication, merchandising, and studio production. This move demonstrated the long-term value of intellectual property, influencing how future stars negotiated contracts and controlled their work. It was a landmark moment in the business of television, proving that creative control and financial savvy could coexist. Lucille Ball's leadership at Desilu paved the way for women in the entertainment industry. Her decisions as a studio head challenged a male-dominated landscape, demonstrating that women could excel not only in front of the camera but also as producers and executives. Lucy's legacy inspired generations of women to pursue leadership roles in television and film, leaving an indelible mark on the industry's gender dynamics. I Love Lucy subtly addressed social issues, from gender roles to domestic expectations. Episodes reflected everyday struggles, highlighting societal norms and prompting discussion through comedy. By balancing humor with insight, the show made social commentary accessible, reinforcing the idea that sitcoms could entertain while engaging audiences in meaningful reflection. Desi's influence extended to lighting, sound, and camera movements. The show's polished visual style, combined with live audience interaction, created a seamless viewing experience. Lighting enhanced expressions, camera angles amplified comedic timing, and sound captured nuances often lost in live broadcasts. These innovations set a standard for quality that elevated television from a novelty to a respected art form. I Love Lucy is widely studied in film and media courses worldwide. Scholars examine its narrative structure, technical achievements, and cultural significance. The show provides a case study in early television innovation, audience engagement, and cross-media marketing. Its study ensures that Lucy and Desi's contributions continue to educate and inspire future creators and industry professionals. The international success of I Love Lucy cemented its status as a cultural phenomenon. Translations and broadcasts reached audiences in Asia, Europe, and Latin America, introducing American humor to the world. The universal appeal of visual comedy, relatable characters, and authentic storytelling ensured that Lucy's influence was not limited to the United States but became a global touchstone in television history. The success of I Love Lucy was not just Lucy and Desi. The crew played a vital role, from camera operators to set designers, lighting technicians, and editors. Each member contributed expertise that enabled complex physical comedy and intricate timing. Their collective efforts ensured that every episode maintained consistent quality, highlighting the importance of teamwork in pioneering television production. Desi Arnaz's musical background influenced the show's sound design. Live musical interludes, cues, and background scoring enhanced comedic and emotional moments. Sound effects were carefully timed to match physical gags, enriching the audience's experience. The integration of music and sound in comedy became a model for future productions, emphasizing the power of audio in narrative storytelling. Both Lucy and Desi had roots in radio, which informed their timing and delivery. Their experience in voice modulation, pacing, and audience engagement translated seamlessly to television. Writers also drew from radio techniques, structuring dialogue and gags to create tension, anticipation, and comedic release. This blend of radio and visual media techniques contributed to the show's unique rhythm. Filming before a live audience created an interactive environment that influenced performances. Immediate laughter, applause, and gasps gave actors feedback in real time, allowing improvisation and adjustment. The live audience became an integral part of the show's energy, creating a dynamic not achievable in closed sets. This interaction also made viewers at home feel connected to a larger community, sharing the collective experience of comedy. The show often challenged societal expectations subtly. Lucy's character defied the passive female archetype common in the 1950s. Her ambition, creativity, and humor presented a multidimensional portrayal of women. Even Desi's role as a Cuban-American actor in a prominent position challenged racial and cultural stereotypes, demonstrating television's potential to reshape perceptions. From magazine features to newspaper columns, the public was fascinated by Lucy and Desi's lives. Coverage included both professional achievements and personal controversies. The media attention amplified their fame and influence, creating a feedback loop where television success drove public interest, which in turn reinforced the show's cultural impact. Their visibility became a case study in celebrity management and media relations. Iconic phrases, comedic timing, and signature gestures became part of American vernacular. From Lucy, "You got some splaining to do" to memorable facial expressions, these elements transcended the show itself. They influenced comedians, writers, and actors who studied and referenced Lucy's techniques, ensuring her methods became a touchstone for comedic training and performance. I Love Lucy shaped how family life was depicted on screen. Episodes focused on domestic settings, parent-child interactions, and marital dynamics in ways both humorous and authentic. This approach influenced generations of sitcoms, establishing the family unit as a relatable central theme. The show demonstrated that humor could coexist with emotional resonance, appealing to viewers of all ages. The show was ahead of its time in integrating marketing and branding strategies. From product placements to tie-in merchandise, Lucy and Desi understood television's potential as a commercial platform. Sponsors benefited from direct exposure to engaged audiences, setting early precedents for the monetization of entertainment content beyond standard advertising. Many of the filming and production techniques pioneered by I Love Lucy influenced the broader television industry. Multi-camera setups, high-quality 35mm filming, live audience integration, and careful editing created a standard emulated by countless shows. The technological advancements ensured that television could match the production quality of cinema while retaining its unique immediacy and intimacy. Improvisation became a cornerstone of the show's charm. Lucy, Vivian, and other actors often added unplanned moments that enhanced comedy. These improvisations, sometimes triggered by mishaps, created authentic reactions that resonated with audiences. The willingness to embrace spontaneity became a hallmark, showing that flexibility in performance could elevate scripted material. I Love Lucy appealed to viewers of all ages. Children admired physical comedy, adults appreciated situational humor, and older viewers related to domestic themes. This wide appeal contributed to record-breaking Nielsen ratings and established a model for family-friendly programming that remains relevant today. Desi Arnaz's prominent role as a Cuban-American character broke new ground in representation. While the era was marked by limited diversity on screen, Desi's presence challenged norms and provided visibility to underrepresented groups. The show subtly highlighted cultural differences in a humorous yet respectful manner, paving the way for broader inclusion in television. Physical comedy was central to the show's identity. Lucy's pratfalls, exaggerated expressions, and timing set a standard for future comedians. Each sequence was carefully choreographed, yet often felt effortless and spontaneous. This balance of precision and naturalness became a model for performers in comedy across generations. The show created a sense of shared experience among viewers. Families across the country watched simultaneously, creating common reference points in culture. Events like the birth of Little Ricky were discussed nationwide, demonstrating television's ability to unite audiences in real time and establish collective memories that transcended geography. The narrative structure of I Love Lucy, blending episodic plots with ongoing character development, influenced subsequent sitcoms. Writers observed how story arcs, recurring gags, and character dynamics could sustain viewer interest. This approach informed the design of sitcoms for decades, combining standalone humor with character-driven storytelling. The Ricardos' apartment became an iconic set, designed for comedic efficiency. Hidden doors, movable props, and precise spacing allowed for complex sequences to be filmed seamlessly. Set design complemented physical comedy, proving that production design was as critical to humor as the actors' performances. Live taping with an audience influenced the pace, rhythm, and energy of performances. Actors could adjust delivery based on immediate feedback, creating a dynamic not achievable in closed sets. These practices informed multi-camera productions and live taping standards for decades, reinforcing the importance of audience interaction. The show thrived on collaboration. Writers, directors, actors, and crew constantly interacted, refining scripts, gags, and performances. This creative ecosystem enabled innovation, problem-solving, and the integration of diverse ideas, resulting in a show greater than the sum of its parts. I Love Lucy continues to inspire creators, actors, and producers. Its combination of technical innovation, comedic brilliance, and cultural relevance serves as a blueprint. Aspiring entertainers study Lucy's timing, Desi's production strategies, and the show's structure to understand the foundation of successful television storytelling. Throughout its run, I Love Lucy garnered multiple Emmy Awards and industry accolades, recognizing both creative and technical achievements. These honors validated the show's innovation, performance quality, and cultural impact. They also set a benchmark for excellence in sitcom production, inspiring future series to aim for similar recognition. The show's success transcended American borders. International broadcasts introduced audiences worldwide to Lucy and Desi's humor, influencing comedic styles globally. Many countries adopted multi-camera setups, laugh tracks, and family-centered storylines, directly inspired by the techniques pioneered on I Love Lucy, showcasing the show's universal appeal. Decades after its original airing, I Love Lucy remains relevant through streaming services, remastered editions, and special broadcasts. Millions of viewers continue to enjoy reruns annually. Its humor, charm, and innovative production techniques remain influential, demonstrating that the creative decisions made by Lucy, Desi, and their team have an enduring impact on both audiences and the television industry.